Yeah, the only thing that globe Earth even has to work with besides CGI is just a complete reimagination of the truth. I mean, even if you really look at Newtonian gravity or Einstein general relativity, you'll see that they themselves do not agree with what's been made of their theories. But here's the point of the video, is the great globe proofs are always a reimagination of what's called angular resolution. In other words, if you look at what the angle of something is and you know how far away you are from the base, then you can tell how high the apex is by trigonometry, right? On a flat surface. And so that things that are above your eye line, as they recede into the distance, they get lower to the horizon, and things that are below your eye line, as they recede into the distance, get higher to the horizon. But the foreground compresses information until you're visually unable to resolve what you're looking at unless you use a larger lens, right? So, a man with an average size eye that's about 6 foot tall can see at eye level the horizon 3 miles away. Coincidentally, if a curved surface of a sphere has a horizon that's 3 miles away that you can't see over because the surface of the sphere is physically blocking you from seeing any further. Just so happens that sphere will be the size of what we're told the Earth is, whatever, 25,000 miles around or something like that. Right? But if you had a larger eyeball, you could see further than 3 miles. And if you were taller than 6 foot, you could see further than 3 miles, which begs the question, is the world, is the size of the Earth a product of the size of the observer? Because my dog is a Chihuahua, and when I throw his ball across a flat lawn, he's so low to the ground that he can't see the lawn. So he runs around he can't see the ball on the lawn because the foreground is compressed and he can't make it out from his angle of resolution. His angular resolution isn't acute enough, right? But I can see the ball. But he runs in a circle on the lawn until he finds the ball. Does that mean that the lawn is a globe? My dog certainly thinks he's living on a spherical lawn then, right? It doesn't hold water at all. And here's why. The excuses for the sun's set and its angle to the horizon, depending on your latitude of the observer and the ecliptic, yada, 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 is all based on the idea of spherical trigonometry, if you even want to call it that. What it is it's just saying it's more like stereographic projection. What it's saying is if the sun's over your head at noon, then people to the east and west of you at 6 a.m. and 6 p.m., it's the sun's 90 degrees to their vertical, because the sun is 93 million miles away, and therefore it it has no parallax. Everybody sees it. It's in the same spot to wherever you're observing it from, whatever side of the earth you're on, right? So they're able to say that, well, if it's noon, the sun's right over your head, but if it's 3 p.m, then the sun's at a 45-degree angle because you're you know what I mean? Because you're 45 degrees latitude away off angle to it, so that it's not the sun that's moving, it's the earth that's rolling. It's not true, because when the sun is right over the equator, you could be on either the south latitude or the north latitude and look at the sun, and it would still be at the same angle to the sky. For instance, when the sun is at a 45-degree angle on the equinox at noon to a southern latitude and a northern latitude, you can figure out how high the sun is off the equator, because you're probably going to be about 3,000 miles away from the equator at that time. So the sun will be about 3,000 miles high, right? Because angular resolution. So it would be one thing to say, no, the sun's at a 45-degree angle right then, because the tangent of the plane of the part of the sphere you're on, right? But that then, okay, well, fine, but what about angular resolution? Does that just get thrown out the window? Because here's the same thing. If a ship goes over the horizon because it's going around the edge of the curvature of the earth, but then when you zoom in with your spyglass, you can see it again, that means that there's no curvature, right? So you can't you can't swap out the one for the other. Like if you have to explain away angular resolution to, since they've reimagined the causes of how we perceive objects at a distance, to say that it's the curvature and not angular resolution, then angular resolution apparently doesn't work. But angular resolution works just the same whether you're looking horizontally down a plane, vertically down a well, or up straight up a tower, inside a tower. It just, it's the down a hallway. It doesn't matter. Angular resolution is what it is. It's not affected by gravity or anything like that. So you can't re-explain physical reality without subtracting the old explanation. And that is hands down the reason why the best globe proofs are just completely unsound.